Hey YouTube, it's Lindy. Making another video. I made a really good, really long video last night and it was too long to upload. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes the long ones upload and sometimes they don't. So I'm just going to try and do a recap of it because I was really happy with the one I did last night. It's not fair. Okay, so what has happened with me, my band? A week ago today, I ate some chicken and it was a bit dry and it got stuck. And even though I've been stuck a few times before, I've been able to, bring it back up or whatever. I tried to do that this time, but I was at school, so it was a little bit tricky. I don't know, it's hard to do. Basically that day I couldn't really eat anything else. Like I had the chicken, it got stuck. Just felt like it wasn't going down, like there was just something there the whole time, and I was trying to have a coffee and the coffee took me like 2 hours to drink a coffee. And then, I couldn't really eat anything, and then the next day was the same. It just felt like there was something there. It felt like everything was just like going down, hitting the top of the band, the pouch, staying in there, and then that would just fill up, and then it would maybe like slowly trickle through. And so by Thursday last week, that happened Tuesday last week, Thursday last week, I called the surgeon's office and spoke to the nurse, and she said that it sounds like I've irritated it and that it's probably a bit swollen and inflamed, and that I should just have like icy poles and suck on ice cubes and just have liquids for that day. Which I tried doing, but even the liquids it was hard for them. I got a protein drink because I've been running. I really felt like I needed to get some protein in, and so I got some protein drinks, and even they were just like sitting there. And she said that if on Friday it wasn't any better, that I should call them and they'll try and get me in, because so I didn't have to go through the weekend like that. And then on Friday it seemed to be a little bit better, so I didn't worry about it. I just thought if it's like this, it's okay, I can get through the weekend. And but it didn't get any better. I went out on Saturday night and I was drinking. I did get a bit of cheesecake in, but even then that's just sort of a mushy. So really, for a week, I've really only been eating mushies, and I've mostly been eating things like cheese, chocolate. Although I did lose about 3 kilograms in that week. And yeah, just mushy stuff really. Yogurt, that kind of thing, egg with mayonnaise. So yesterday, which was Monday, I called my surgeon because it was even worse yesterday. Like I was really struggling to even get water in. Like I'd have a couple of sips of water and it would just sit there and, take probably like 10 minutes just to get a couple of sips of water to go down. So I was really thirsty for one thing. Like I couldn't just have a big drink like I normally can, even though I've had really good restriction for, I've been in the green zone since July. I haven't had a fill since July, and I've been doing really well with that. And I can drink water quite quickly and stuff, even though I'm at a pretty good level of restriction. But this was terrible. Like I just couldn't drink. And so I had an appointment yesterday afternoon, so I had to drive down to Melbourne to get that done. And I went down and he wanted to take 2 mils out. And I just said, no way. That's the equivalent of 2 cc's. I just said that you can't take 2 mils out. Like that will just be like going back to the beginning again. And he was like, well, I said, I'm terrified that I'm, I don't really have this food thing under control yet. And he's going, really? After 6 months? And you've done so well? And I'm like, yeah, I really, I don't trust myself to not eat stuff more, eat more than I normally do. And he was like, oh, okay. And I said, I was thinking you'd take maybe half a mil out or something. And he said, no. He said, how about 1 mil? And I'm like, I really don't want you to. And in the end, I just said, look, if that's your professional opinion, that, he said, look, I don't want to take any less than 1 mil out because I think you'll be coming back. And I just want to save you the trip. And I'm going back in 2 weeks. I have an appointment anyway in 2 weeks. So, so he took 1 mil out. And straight away I could notice the difference a little bit. The water was going down better. And then today drinking water's back to normal, but he said to stay on mushy food for a couple of days. So that's that. It's annoying. It's really annoying because, I was just thinking, wow, how lucky am I that I've hit the green zone so soon. I'd only had 3 fills, I think. And, here am I thinking how lucky I am. And now that this happens, and then hopefully it won't be a setback, but it feels like it is in a way. I'm going to have to use more, I don't know, willpower or something. But I was getting into bad habits of eating, I guess, slider foods, I think, because they were the only things that were going down. So I guess it's good in a way because I can eat more solid things now. I had a couple of spoons of yogurt this morning before I went for a run, but and I had a coffee, but that's all I've had so far today. And I don't feel really hungry, so that's kind of good to know that 1 meal, it's not too bad. Anyway, he said when I go back in 2 weeks, I can have half a meal put back in. I went, can I have the whole thing put back in? He goes, no, you can only have half. So that's that. My first kind of real setback, I guess. To date, I have lost 35 kilograms. Times that by 2.2 makes it, I think, close to 80 pounds. Maybe 76 or something. I can never work it out in my head for some reason. And what else? Been feeling really good. Been running, loving running. Although I went today and I just wasn't feeling it. I knew I wasn't in the morning. I just really had to make myself go, and I knew I just wasn't feeling fantastic. So normally I've been running between 3.4 and 4Ks, depending on how I'm feeling. And today I ran about 2.4 or something like that Ks, and I walked another K and a half or something. Because I just wasn't feeling, and I had a stitch, and I don't know, my body wasn't feeling like that energetic this morning for some reason. Yet on Sunday, after I'd had a huge night out, drinking on Saturday night, I ran 3K no problem. So I don't know what's with that. Maybe I'm still exhausted from the weekend. I don't know. What else did I say in my video yesterday? I don't know, feeling pretty good. Lots of people are commenting on my weight loss now, like really noticing it. I started at 140.8 kilograms and now I am 105.6 kilograms. So that's awesome, and I'm back to the same weight that I was after I had my son 13 and nearly 14 years ago. So that's pretty impressive to me. I think when I lose another 10 to 15 kilograms, I'll be back at my pre-pregnancy weight, which is what I want to be at. That's my goal. So I'll be pretty happy. Like I think they say the healthy weight range for me is between 72 and 85 or something like that. But I'll be happy to be 90, maybe 85, I don't know, but 90. So that's 15 more kilograms to go, 30 something pounds. Okay, so I'm going to keep this short, just letting you know what I was up to. I hope everyone else is doing really well. Thanks for watching, if you're watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.